What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Trouble here, back with another video. Now, I know I've been gone for a long time, so what I've been gone for is because I've got a new phone, and the application, like the phone won't allow me to install an application to do a screen mirror app onto my computer, so I can't edit. So this is going to be a raw video right here, but check this out. Got the troublemaker Vic here. So what I really wanted to touch on was the game and its health right now. Now me and my mom are getting ready to go somewhere, so I'm just kind of trying to make a quick video on what's going on and show you guys something. Now, if you notice, I've actually got the boycott COK thing going on my avatar. Now, there's a good reason why I've got that, and it's because I really don't support the game. I support the players. And you guys know me well enough to know that I love the players. I've always stayed in the game for the players, and I used to spend really big for the players, not for myself. I enjoyed hanging out, I enjoyed making cool videos, and long ago, it's been a long time since I played for the game. So without further ado, I just want to show you guys some stuff. By the way, I'm in VIK. This is Kingdom 242. This is where I've been at for a while. I actually transferred here with my old castle. My buddy Olivier, he ended up quitting the game. I don't know who owns my old castle now. But anyways, without further ado, let me get into this video. So if you look here, I've got something right here. Let me show you this. Clash of Kings have been around for us more than 4 years. There are lots of ups and downs. We playing the game for fun and moreover for friendship now. Do you have the same fun in game like you had a year back? Now, this is kind of in broken English because the people that made it English is our second language. So as every game, it's just a business for developers. Users are just like a puppet now. They keep trying to suck our last drop of blood when they understand game won't be profitable anymore before they stop it. So basically what they're saying is that the game that developers of the game, the guy that runs Elix and the guy that runs COK, that's responsible for all the updates, I feel like, and in my opinion, I feel like everybody's seeing that this guy sees the end of this game and sees that whenever the profits start to fall, he's like, hurry up and come out with a quick update. That way they can spend some more and maybe we can get a little bit more money before this game finally dies. So my opinion is why let it die? You know, like why would you create a game that brought so many people together from all walks of life and kill it like you have been? Now, they say that it's been over the last few months, but I've actually noticed it over the last couple of years. Ever since Elix bought them out. I remember whenever COK was actually made by some low-level developers, you know, and it really wasn't that good of a platform, but it was a good game. So what made Clash of Kings lose their players? Just see the last 3 months game updates. Civilization Wonders, Dragon Glass Recharge, Magic Book, Castle Skin Enhancement, Dragon Wards, God Above, new heroes weekly, new features breaking existing code bugs and are not attended to, both old and new. It's impossible to keep up with frequent game updates. Content of the releases also is very difficult to understand how to be used properly. So what they're saying there is you know, they've got the Civilization Wonder, all this stuff that they invented in the very beginning, and it was very complicated in the very beginning. They actually made it even more complicated by creating enhancements for it, by making us spend more. Now, I don't see why they would create enhancements for it, I don't see why they wouldn't just let a game live. And in my opinion, okay, say I've got a game that's a decent game, right? And people want to spend to have war, okay? So once they all max out their castles, they're going to develop strategies against each other. So you come up with different strategies, not just different ways to extend statistics, not just different ways to bring statistics up. There's no point in all that, you know? Like, why not just make it so that everybody can war with each other, and the mediocre spenders can at least catch up or compete with the large spenders, you know? And what they're also saying here is that the new features are breaking the existing codes. Bugs are not attended to, both old and new. So the bugs that it's had, like say the actual problems that the game has already had, they haven't even worked on them. They haven't even touched on them. They haven't tried to help out. They haven't done none of this. So the whole thing about it is that the bugs that are that have been there are just there, and they basically say to live with them and keep spending your money. So the new features that are coming out, they keep adding on to this old platform that really can't handle what is already going on. You know? Like today, Ancient Battlefield is terrible. Ancient Battlefield is terrible. I'm seeing reports from people where they can't even see where their castles are. They can't see other castles. Other castles are ghosts. Stuff like that. So moving on. 2. Unable to complete existing upgrades. As we know, there are 4 civilizations, and total needed about 11 million pink crystals to complete all civilization researches to 90% research. 90% of players haven't even done 10% of it. So the free-to-play players can't even complete 10% of it, because they've got to be on all hours of the day. They've got to do all this extra stuff. People have jobs, and they have to work and stuff. You know, not everybody has expendable income, and not everybody can just sit there and spend to keep up with these upgrades. So they try to keep up by hustling. They try to keep up by actually grinding this stuff out, but they cannot. But they can't. So the thing is that if you don't spend, you can only reach about 10% as of now. They can't get any T12 troops, which are a huge thing in the game right now. They can't get, you know, very huge statistics like the others do. And I'm not saying to create more events like the Spin Gold event, stuff like that. And I'm not saying to create more events to keep people glued into what they're doing. I'm just saying that if they would stop the events for a little bit, or not stop the events, but stop the updates for a little bit, then maybe some people might be able to catch up and might be able to be relevant in this game. God of Mercy decorations. The manual T12 and 13 troops are very different to achieve for free-to-play players. So I'm thinking that they're meaning difficult. The T12 and 13 troops, like I said just a minute ago, they're really hard to get. You have to have a lot of pink crystals. Also, you have to have a P6 castle maxed out in order to get the T13 troops. There's also science involved in getting the T13 troops. And if you don't have the correct science, you won't get the T13 troops. And if you do have them, they will be very, very weak. So it'd still be easy to get zeroed. God of Mercy decorations manual, or the God of Mercy, that's crazy. They added basically a thing that you just basically synthesize and make it stronger and stronger to get your castle stronger and stronger. I've seen people spend thousands of dollars on this and not get it maxed out. The decorations manual. Why would you give somebody... I used to give the permanent castle skins away, and now I'm kicking myself in the ass because I used to give my castle skins away, and now you get attack and defense buffs and health point buffs just for having those castle skins. Now, if I would have had all those castle skins that I used to compete for and to just give away, then I would be in a pretty decent situation. But now you've got to gamble to get them. through buying $100 packs. I mean, yeah, you can buy a 99-cent pack here and there, but who in their right mind has really sat there and got all their castle skins from 99-cent packs? That's my point. So why not just keep the decorations like they usually are, instead of adding shit to them? So 3, 200 million power is not safe from a solo hit. Games selling lots of buffs like 100% March buffs, 500k non-rally buffs, 90% attack and defense bonus. It's now impossible for a castle below 200 million power to open his shield to join a rally and play KC, Mineral Vein, etc. Now, I agree and disagree with this. My whole thing about that is say you're a 200 million power castle, you need to have your stats correct. So if you spend a ton and you're a 200 million power castle, you may be able to defend one hit. But at the same time, if you join a rally and you get found, it's easy to counter rally, which that's part of the strategic part of the game. Also, a strategic part of the game is randomly porting somewhere and speeding your marches in and accurately being able to speed them back, like I showed in another video a long time ago. But I do agree with this. 200 million power castle for a million troops should not be able to beat what is in an average 200 million power castle. What is it, like 25 million troops? A million troops should not be able to beat 25 million troops. Should not. There's no way. If you send a million Jackie Chans into America and try to attack people in America, I promise you they're going to send a force of, what is it? They're going to send a force that's 20 times greater of it. Whatever. Forget I said that. But if you send like a force of a million Jackie Chans into a 25 million, I mean, they could be terrible combat artists. They still would not survive. There's no way that they would win. It would just overwhelm all the Jackie Chans. So, you know what I'm saying. Anyways, so number 4. Game has become gambling to make equipment and reforge purify dragonglass to upgrade Mercy of God, etc. It's a money trap to spend more money. So that's basically goes back to what I was saying about buying the castle skins, stuff like that. They need to stop making it such a gambling habit that it's just ridiculous. Come on now. If I spend $3,000 on something, I want that fucking buff. So the thing about that is that if I spend money on something, I want to make sure that it happens. Not just, oh well, I hope that this pack gets me there. I hope that this pack gets me there. That's not fair to the big spenders, and that's not fair to even the mediocre spenders that don't get what they want, you know? So I feel like they should have that stuff there and have that stuff available. And you know, a pack should be what a pack is. So that's my whole thing about that. I also hit on that about the whole getting the wings and the castle buffs and stuff like that. You shouldn't have to gamble on that either. Alright, so game glitch and customer service. Game can't solve existing glitches, as each day new glitches arise, and customer service is below par to reply with correct and timely response. There is no effort to put resolve to the bugs. Focus is only on to release more and more features. So I feel like the customer service has actually came up a little bit. I feel also that they focus more on their new features than they do on the customer service still. Their customer service should be double what their new features should be. I mean, like, they should put double the work into their customer service, and if they put like half the effort into their as they do into the customer service, into their new features, it would take longer for them to develop the new features. Say it would take 3 to 6 months for them to develop a new feature, but they would develop it correctly because it would be more time to catch the bugs. Okay? So if you get what I'm saying, if they take the time to develop this stuff instead of just pushing it out and pushing it out and pushing it out, it would give people time to get the last update done, It would get people time to do what they need to do and enjoy the game instead of worrying about just the next update. Even the spenders are worrying about the next update. I know people that have spent from $1,000 all the way up to $1 million. So I literally know a few people that have spent over $1 million, and I talk with them on a regular basis. So it's crazy to know that they spend this kind of money, and they're like, damn, will it ever end? And for them to say that to somebody that spends, $1,000, they're like, they get so discouraged. It's like, damn, what are we gonna do? How are we gonna help you? Because you can't even. You're spending $1 million. We're spending this little bit of amount. Stuff like that. Okay, so why did the developers introduce the cannonball? No logical sense about this feature, just greedy for money. Using frozen cannonball, restriction cannonballs, killing this game. Why shielded castles can bomb, and also why is cannon active in ancient Battlefield? When Dragon Campaign is during Conquest Day, why is Dragon Campaign during the Conquest Day? We go frozen in DC and have to fight. Why this effect takes place of a bomb shot outside of DC. Destruction cannonballs making small castles more vulnerable, getting zeroed when as frozen cannonballs, taking the fun out of playing events like Overlord, Mineral Veins, Ancient Battlefield, DC, etc. So my whole thing about that one is okay, so the cannonballs, I don't feel like they should be able to be shot from a shielded castle. I feel like that's a coward's way of doing things, because I can get 1 million farms together and do that. But I feel like that's a coward's way to do things. I feel like if you shoot a cannonball, it should be an act of war, and it should make you lose your shield. Also, in events like Ancient Battlefield, Dragon Campaign, stuff like that, the cannonballs should actually lose their effect or not even be able to be used. That's just ridiculous. I didn't even know that was taking place. That's just garbage. You guys should take that out and fix that. So those situations right there. All right, time consuming for daily task 1 year back. We open castles to send troops together, RSS. Do troops enhancements, collect alliance treasure. Now we need to kill Nyan Beast, unit enhancements, hero trails, attack campsite, collect wonder treasure, collect magic shards. Lots of time needed for daily tasks. And this goes back to me saying that people have got jobs, guys. People have got jobs. I work like 60 to 70 hours a week. I don't have time for all that. I really don't. So I don't even pretend to. I just gave up on the game. All that I do is I farm and I help other people out, really. That's all that I do now. I don't even have enough time to make videos, and you guys know I love to make videos. So that whole situation right there I can relate to. All this extra stuff, over time, it's like, okay, well, I'm off the game for 5 minutes. Okay, well, I got to get back on because I got to kill this Nyan Beast. Or I'm off the game for 10 minutes. Okay, I got to get back on because there's a treasure available, campsite, stuff like that. That's not fair to people that actually have lives and actually want to play a casual game. So, no new events. Dragon Campaign and World Cup was there for the last 4 years. Mineral Vein and Kingdom Conquest started more than 2 years back. In the last 2 years, there's no good events to make the game interesting. We all are getting bored with playing the same events, same opponents, and with each event, Slaughter Battlefield was released, bugged, and still not fixed. So the Slaughter Battlefield sucks. The other stuff, it's old. They've done minimal updates to it and upgrades to it to help make the game more interesting. And I feel like the way that the game is going, the reason that there's minimal opponents is because you guys keep on chasing people away with these updates, these bogus ass updates. So if you guys would actually bring people back instead of bringing them back, it's like you're fishing, you're fly fishing. You're bringing them back and you're reeling them back in. You're shooting out and then you're reeling back in. And all you're doing is you're bringing people back just to hate the game even more. Like they leave and then they come back because you ask them to come back, and then you bring some corny bullshit that doesn't even help people. It's the old bait and switch. Okay, so if new features would be released slower every 3 months, bugs attended to Clash of Kings will become again a strategy game. Even if teams will get close statistics, then strategy will become primary, focus and motivation factor for players to stay in the game and enjoy teamwork. As a player, what can we do to save this game from getting destroyed? So we need to ask ourselves, what can we suggest? What can we bring together to help our community, to help all these people that have spent so much time and so much money and developed all these feelings for all this stuff? What can we do to help this game? We should understand we are the backbone of this game. Without developers, can't make profit. Our voice should be listened to by developers. If we only start to revolt, will be some changes. Let's see what we can do. I don't feel like a revolt is good enough. I don't feel like everybody should revolt. I feel like everybody should do a peaceful strike, as in okay, well, we're not going to spend until we actually see some real changes and we hear a real reply from you guys, because we never hear a reply about a public reply about these boycotts and stuff like that. I'm not a huge fan of boycotting. I didn't fall into any of the other boycotts. It's not my thing. But at the same time, I've quit this game like 3 times. And I still play it now, and I've always played it kind of shallowly, but I still play it now just to stay in contact with my friends. The whole thing is our voice should be listened to without us doing this whole boycott thing. Our voice, we should all have a voice, especially since we spend so much time and we spend so much energy making all these groups and working together and stuff, to make this game stay alive. So here's what they say that we can do. We can stop spending or reducing our spending in game. Message to COK customer service, social medias, make COK awareness video and YouTube and spread this. That's what I'm doing right now. So give low ratings and write your honest feedback in Google Play Store and iTunes. Now, I've already, in all of my times that I've been pissed off at Google or pissed off at COK, I have never went in there and given them a 1-star rating. Now, the reason that I did today. Now, the reason that I did that was because of the simple fact that they could have done better. I saw a message where they basically threatened their mods that not to actually boycott the game. I understand that the mods made a pact, but with what they're doing is they're talking about banning people that have these boycott COK avatars. Now, the thing is about that is that a lot of people, they're doing this because they want to see a change. They're not stopping playing. They're not stopping supporting the game. They're not supporting all of these updates. It's not a thing of, oh, well, I hate this game and I hate the people in it and I hate the people that make it. It's a thing of, we want to see a change and we want our voice to be heard. So I'm not a big fan of how they're handling the situation. They should make a public reply to everybody, letting everybody know that their voices are heard and letting everybody know that this is what they plan to do about this. Not just basically mailing around people and stuff like that. Oh, well, we'll get to your answer soon. This is your answer, and it's a roundabout answer. It's not really a straight up full answer. I think that they can fix this stuff and that they can give us some real replies like we deserve. Okay, so here's the end of it. The game can be an addiction for some people. Everyone wants to be on top of the game and to become the most powerful player. We request all big players to join us and make COK better and survive long. So we want this game to stay around. We want this game to stay around. We're not trying to cut off COK's money. We don't want Elix not to have money. We don't think that they should go about creating this game and all their hard work not be acknowledged, because it is acknowledged. But at the same time, if they do not respect the people that help them out the most, the people that are basically signing their paychecks, then they should do something different. Their morals are at jeopardy right now. They need to fix this stuff, and we need to make this happen. We need to let them know that what they're doing is wrong. thank you guys so much. I appreciate everybody's help. I appreciate everybody's support. If anybody knows anything about what's going on, like how to get a Galaxy S9 Plus to do a mirror app onto the computer, then I'll start making war videos again. You know, once all this is over with, I'll start making a lot of war videos and stuff. So just let me know what we can do and how I can fix that. Just but so yeah, hey, I love you guys. Here's a little message from my mom.
Mama Belladonna here. I miss everybody at COK. See you on the flip side.
All right, guys, love you. Peace.